So good morning. I can see everybody looking at their phones or fidgeting or moving. Just settle down on the mat or on the chair, wherever you are. Keep your back comfortably erect, chin parallel to ground, and close your eyes for a minute. Let's condition ourselves for the class. चलो रिंपल फोन को रख दो साइड में आप. Yeah? Remove your spectacles. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to the present moment. Become aware of the day, of the date, of the place where you are right now. Bring your mind where your body is. Consciously slow down your breathing. Just inhale deeply once and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Slowly open your eyes. So this is one technique we can use every time we shift from one activity to another. Suppose you go to office, just sit for 1 minute with your eyes closed. Bring your attention into the present moment. Take few deep breaths and then see the quality of your work or quality of your whatever activity you do. It will be a marked improvement in your this thing, in the attention and your focus. Okay. One very interesting thing I learned at IIM, that every conversation that you do, think, or every class that you attend, or every thing that you see, things ये सोचिए कि it is the most important conversation of your life. अगर आपको attention लाना है उस conversation में, if you want to be fully present with all your senses, okay. So आप ये classes भी attend करते हैं ना, think of every concept class or every exercise class as the most important class that you are having, okay. तो आपका attention पूरा रहेगा. You can see some people fidgeting, some people are turning off their cameras. तो उसमें क्या होता है, attention रहता नहीं है. इनफैक्ट कैमरा ऑन करने से people are more focused. इनफैक्ट मैं भी कोई क्लास अटेंड करता हूँ, अगर कैमरा ऑफ रखता हूँ, देन चलो कोई देख तो रहा नहीं है, खाना खा लिया, नाश्ता कर लिया, मोबाइल चेक कर लिया, घूम फिर लिया. ओके, सो प्लीज ऑन योर कैमराज if you want to benefit fully from the class, and think of every class as the most important class. In fact, every interaction that you have, okay, think of that as the most important interaction. Your entire viewpoint will change. Okay, so सबने सुना बैंक अकाउंट के बारे में. आई होप एवरीबडी हैज अ बैंक अकाउंट हियर. ओके, तो बैंक अकाउंट में क्या करते हैं? व्हाट डू वी डू इन अ बैंक अकाउंट? We put some deposits, we do some withdrawals, we build some reserves, right? So today I'm going to discuss a very important concept. This I learned from Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. How many of you have read this book completely? पूरा आपने read किया है from start to end? Anybody here? 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Okay, have you heard of this book at least? Anybody heard of this book? Yeah. So this is one of the Bible for self-development. It took me around 2 years to read this book. This I did in 2009 to 11, and this is one book that helped me increase my business turnover, also at the same time my relationships. So in terms of relationships, he introduced me to a concept called as, जैसे हमारा बैंक अकाउंट होता है, similar to bank account, there is a emotional bank account also. So you can note down this term, जो notes बनाते हैं. There is something called as a emotional bank account. So any guesses what is a emotional bank account in relationships? I'm talking about in relationships or in any um, interaction that you have with the outside world. So there is something called as a emotional bank account. Anyone? Any guesses? It's not very difficult.
So whatever high and lows emotions we go across during the
Okay.
relationship,
Okay.
so all that accumulation is called that bank account.
Okay. Now take example of a spouse. चलो एक spouse का example लेते हैं. So what can be a kind of an emotional bank account in a marriage? How can that? How कैसे हो सकता है ये? Yeah, you can answer in Hindi also if you want. Issues.
It could be love, caring, nurturing, or
Yes,
it can be
trust.
clinging and controlling and
Okay.
blaming. So it
Mm,
depends what you're going through.
yes. Now, suppose if I say something today about health, will you believe that? Yes. If some XYZ person says something to you about health, he will say you should not eat this. Will you believe that? Maybe not. Maybe not. You will look for. So see the emotional bank account in simple terms, it is the level of trust that is there in a relationship. Okay. So amount of trust. So you guys trust me. Chalo, Manish has a certain background and he has healed himself of so many diseases. If he says something, there is something great. So you have trust in me. So the deposits are very high in this bank account, in the interaction that we are having. So think about every relationship. जो भी आपका relationship है, whether as a spouse, as a son, as a parent, as a mother, as a friend, as a colleague, as a boss, as an employee, whatever is there, हर एक ट्रांजैक्शन में एक इमोशनल बैंक अकाउंट चल रहा है. It's just a very, very powerful concept, and it changed my viewpoint completely about relationships. Jैसे last time someone asked me, my 22-year-old doesn't listen to me. So think about yourself that for the last 22 years, how many deposits you have made in that emotional bank account, or how many withdrawals you have made. Now suppose अगर किसी को बैंक बैलेंस हाई रखना है तो उसमें ज्यादा डिपॉजिट होना चाहिए कि ज्यादा विड्रॉवल होना चाहिए. इफ यू वांट योर बैंक बैलेंस, जो बैंक में जो पैसा है हमारा, ऑब्वियसली इट शुड बी, डिपॉजिट शुड बी मोर देन विड्रॉवल. तो इन रिलेशनशिप्स क्या होगा? चलो नाउ इन कम टू रिलेशनशिप्स. इन रिलेशनशिप्स व्हाट वुड बी अ डिपॉजिट, व्हाट बी अ विड्रॉवल? कम ऑन. क्या होगा? अदर्स, आई वांट अदर्स टू शेयर इन रिलेशनशिप्स व्हाट कैन बी अ डिपॉजिट और व्हाट कैन बी अ विड्रॉवल.
Depositing love,
लव,
and care,
केयर, ओके,
trust, and
ट्रस्ट.
withdrawing all the negative things within.
लाइक बहुत कुछ हो
Um,
सकता है. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट
like
डिपॉजिट फर्स्ट. चलो पहले डिपॉजिट्स की
yeah,
बात करते हैं, विड्रॉल्स की बात बाद में करेंगे. अदर्स, तो ये नवमी टोल्ड लव, ट्रस्ट, केयर. व्हाट एल्स कैन बी अ डिपॉजिट इन अ रिलेशनशिप?
beautiful.
Undivided attention.
सॉरी, अंजना आंटी, या?
Undivided attention.
अटेंशन, ओके. अनडिवाइडेड अटेंशन, वेरी एप्ट. यस. जितना आप रिलेशनशिप में एक अटेंशन देंगे, या एकता, या?
Beautiful memories
ब्यूटीफुल
we
मेमोरीज, बट
can
ब्यूटीफुल
create.
मेमोरीज तो
We
सी
can
सी.
create.
Yeah, but beautiful memories are like, it's an emotional bank account that I'm talking about. Time, yes, how much time you give to a relationship, how much attention you give to relationship. Yeah. Yes,
Understanding
anything?
Unconditional giving.
Unconditional,
Giving.
unconditional giving. Okay, that can be a deposit in a relationship. और क्या हो सकता है?
Manish,
फिर
understanding or empathy towards each other.
empathy, understanding. Okay, what else?
Respect.
Respect. Okay, mutual respect, unconditional respect. Okay, what else? Yeah, doctor, want to say anything? No. Okay. Anybody else? और क्या हो सकता है? Come on, एक सोचिए. Think about
lessons
work
learned.
also. Lessons learned. Okay. एक
Listening
suppose
to each other.
listening, active listening. Yes. Not judging.
Accepting each other or
Accepting.
anyone as they are.
Yes. Yes. Accepting themselves unconditionally as they are. Okay.
Taking responsibility.
Taking responsibility. Absolutely. Taking responsibility. What else? और क्या हो सकता है? Come on, बहुत सारे deposits है जो हम एक relationship में कर सकते हैं.
Respecting uniqueness of other person.
Yes, respecting uniqueness, that everybody is unique, accepting them unconditionally. Very
And
valid point. Yeah,
unconditional.
Rose ma'am.
Dependability.
Yeah. Rose ma'am.
Yeah, compassion for yourself and others,
Compassion. Okay.
for
Very
yourself
valid.
and others.
Yeah. Having compassion for the other, yourself also. ये भी बहुत
Pa-
important है. We normally have
Patience.
compassion, patience in a relationship. Okay. So now, I hope, Ekta, you got the answer that if your child is not listening to you or others also, कई बार हमारा होता है कि हम बच्चे हमारे सुनते नहीं, तो बच्चों को हम क्या करते हैं? बचपन से क्या करते हैं? हम हर बात में उनको टोकते हैं. नॉर्मली इंडियन फैमिलीज में क्या होता है कि वी फील दैट चिल्ड्रन नीड टू बी टॉट एवरीथिंग एंड वी कीप ऑन डिक्टेटिंग थिंग्स. बटन योर शर्ट, गेट अप, गो टू स्कूल, ये चीज सही नहीं रखी, वो आपने ऐसे नहीं रखी. So what happens is that we always make deposits especially as a parent, we always make deposits with our children. We don't keep our commitments. Keeping commitments is very important in a relationship, that you say something but you do something else. So that level of deficit is so high, so that when the child grows up, when he really needs your help, when he really needs your advice, he turns to his friends or his peers or somebody outside. तो जो बोलते हैं ना, घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर क्यों बोलते हैं? Because we take our relationships for granted somewhere somehow, and emotional bank account में balance इतना low हो जाता है, then those quarrels, those fights, those divorces, and so many things happen. Now what could be the withdrawals? Now what could be the withdrawals in a relationship? Emotional bank account में क्या क्या withdrawals हो सकते हैं? Yeah, anyone?
Hurt, ego,
Hurt, ego. You say something wrong to anyone. You say you abuse someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cheat someone.
Authority,
Sorry,
Anger,
please. Anger. Yes, anger is very valid
distress,
point. Anger,
distress.
Yes, but distress is, I would say, not it is something which happens because of all these withdrawals. There's distress. So distress is not the cause; it is the effect. I would say the distress that happens, it is the effect. Okay, so exactly the opposite. जो भी हमने सीखा, the deposits, exactly the opposite are withdrawals. So look at each relationship in your life as a bank account and see how your entire बोलते हैं ना viewpoint about that relationship would change. So make more deposits and withdrawals and see how your relationship also improves. Make sense? Make sense? हाँ, पूरा बदल जाएगा। ऑफिस में जाते हैं, ऑफिस में हम जाते हैं, हमारे बॉसेस के साथ में होता है कि हमें वी ऑलवेज थिंक नेगेटिव अबाउट देम एंड दे थिंक कि दे आर हियर टू कंट्रोल अस, एंड हाउ दैट डेफिसिट हैपेंस एंड हाउ वी most of people I meet, they hate their jobs. Why? Because the level of trust is so low in a relationship. तो build करिए, मतलब कि build on it and don't think that it's a quick fix. दैट इतने सालों से अगर हमने कभी कोई रिलेशनशिप में विड्रॉ किया है तो एक दिन में आप डिपॉजिट करेंगे तो वो सुधर जाएगा. इट इज लाइक अ लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट. इट इज नॉट अ शॉर्ट टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट की एक दिन में कुछ हो जाएगा, एक दिन में विड्रॉल हो जाएगा, एक दिन में डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा. बट बिलीव मी कि इवन फ्यू विड्रॉवल्स आर इनफ टू बोलते हैं ना ब्रिंग द बैलेंस वेरी लो. आप यू डू ईयर्स ऑफ डिपॉजिट्स, आप सालों से डिपॉजिट करते रहिए, बट रिलेशनशिप्स स्पेशली योर क्लोज रिलेशनशिप्स दैट आर देयर इन योर हाउस, बिकॉज जिनसे हम रोज मिलते हैं ना, द पीपल whom we meet daily, their chances of like withdrawal are much higher. Suppose you meet a friend after many years. Okay, so you have fond memories. जिसने बोला कि बहुत सारी fond memories होती है. At that time you carry that deposits with you because withdrawals इतने सालों से हुए ही नहीं है. So you like bond very fast and gel very fast. But in case of very close relationships, unknowingly, because we are not aware of this bank account, हमें पता ही नहीं था कि ऐसा कोई bank account है, and we constantly make deposits and we suffer in our relationship. So pause for a moment after the class or whenever you have time, note down what relationships are there. Be conscious of each and every word that you speak, each and every word that you speak in a relationship, because that is either a deposit or a withdrawal. It cannot be a third thing. And the moment you start making more deposits, you will see after a few weeks your entire relationship with that person changes. So very, very powerful concept of a emotional bank account. Anybody has anything to add or share? Yeah, Baljeet aunty.
Yeah, I wanted to add that many times if you see bank account जैसे बात करते हैं, so what we deposit same we withdraw. I personally feel कि अगर आपने बच्चे में, हस्बैंड में या आपने अपने लोगों में कुछ इन्वेस्ट करा है, उनके अंदर में कुछ डाला है, तभी ही आपको भी रिस्पेक्ट मिलेगी, आपको भी सेम चीज जो आपने डाली है वो मिलेगी. दिस इज व्हाट आई फील. आई डोंट नो, maybe I'm
It's,
wrong.
no, it's very true. It's very true. It's the law of karma. Yeah, it's the law of karma that what you sow, that only you can reap out of that. It's the बोलते हैं ना कि each relationship is like a tree. So you first sow the seeds, you water it daily, you nurture it, you protect it, and then you see the uh, branches emerging and the fruits. So that comes after years. Yeah? So you have to nurture a relationship that way, the relationship. And if you sow the weeds of like uh, distrust, if you sow the negative weeds, I don't want to name them now since we're going to start the class. So if you sow the seeds of positivity, the relationship, it will like fructify. Let's think positive now since we know this concept of an emotional bank account. Yeah. Okay, come. Let's sit on the mat. You can stop the recording now.